Hello and welcome to CSAP tutorial for beginners. I am Ajit Srivastava and this is part 6 where we'll be discussing about different operators that are available in CSAP. So today we'll be basically seeing what all the common operators that are available in CSAP. So let's start with assignment operator. So this one you might have already seen in my previous video session. So assignment operator is basically used to assign some variable, assign some value to a variable or assign one variable to another variable. So like int I equals 5, right? So here this is your assignment operator, right? So this assignment operator can be used to assign a variable into another variable, like int b equals I. So what it will do, it will assign, first of all we are assigning 5 to I and then I to b. So in that sense b will be getting a value of 5. If you want to print that, press F5 and you should be able to see value 5 there, right? Okay, so the next one is arithmetic operators, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, all those things we can perform here. So let me take two number, so let int a equal to 5, b equal to 10, so int c equals a plus b. So as expected the output will be a plus b, which is 5 plus 10 equal to 15. So just have this printed, you should be able to see 15 here, right? Similarly you can do subtract. So let me just copy this, right? So what I'll do is a minus b I'll do, since this variable is already declared, we need not declare once again. Right, so it is already a divided by b, and let's say so that we get some meaningful value, right? Another operator which we have in our slide is this mod operator, right? So we'll discuss what it is all about. Just first see the values, what is getting printed. So as expected you can see a plus b equal to 15, a minus b 5, a into b 50, 10 divided by 5 2, 10 mod b is 0. So you might not understand like why it is coming as 0. So what mod do is, it will first divide 10 by 5. So since it is completely divisible by 5, it will give you 0. So let me say I am saying 11 mod 5, right? So first internally what it do is, it will try to divide it, the max it can divide. So 5 into 2, 10, right? So it will subtract that 10 value with this actual number. So 11 minus 10, which is 1. So mod will always give you the remainder. Okay, so remainder of the dividend that you are getting, right? This is that value. So if you run this, you should get 1 for this. The last statement should be 1, as you can see here, right? Let's take 4. So 4 into 2, 8, right? So remainder will be 3. So that mod will give you 3 here. You can see that 3 here, right? So this is all about arithmetic operator. Now comparison operator. Okay, So let me just delete all this items. Okay. So comparison operator always returns in boolean value like true or false. So first one is equals operator. It will simply compare the value. If it is same, it will return true. If it is not same, it will return false. Then second one we call as not equals to. So it is negation sign and equals, not equals to. If the values are not same, it will return true, otherwise it will return false. Okay. Next one is lesser than. As you are aware, if left hand side is lesser than right hand side value, it will return true, otherwise it will return false. Similarly for the greater than, lesser than and equal to, what it do is, if it will return true only if left hand side value is either lesser than the right side or it is equal to the right side. So if both the values are same, then also it will return true, or if left side is lesser than the right side value, then also it will return true. Same thing applies for greater than. If left side value is greater than the right side or left side value is equals to the right side value, then also it will return true. Okay. So just console dot right line a equals b. Let me just a not equals b, a lesser than, then a greater than, then a lesser than equals to b. Right. So in this way you can have this. Okay. If you simply run this, so as I mentioned, it will always result into true false, right? So if you'll see a 10 equal to 5, which is wrong, that's why this is false. 10 is not equals to 5, which is also right, so that's why it is true, right? A is lesser than b, which is 10 is lesser than 5, no, false. 10 is greater than 5, true, due to that it's true. A is lesser than equal to b, which is 10 is lesser than 5, false. And a is greater than equal to b, again it's true. So this is the way you can basically use these operators, comparison operators. So basically this comparison operator we use to check certain conditions. Okay, for example, if a is greater than b, right, we'll be performing some operation. A is greater than b, right? Otherwise simply say else. B is greater than A, right? So this is the way you can use comparison operator in if conditions. So based on this return whether it is true, if it is true it will execute this line, if it is false it will execute this line. If we run this, so 10 is greater than 5, due to that we are getting A is greater than B, right? So let's go ahead with another one. So what is conditional operator? So conditional operator, like if you want to, so we have given one condition here, right? Conditional, we have used one comparison operator here, right? If we want to club multiple conditions, right? So that point in time we can use this. For example, right? So I am writing C is greater than D, right? So let me just 5, I'll make it 10. So A is greater than B and C is greater than D, which is not the case. So what we'll do is we'll just have this. Okay, so this one we say as AND. Okay, so what it will do is it will try to evaluate both the sides. So first of all, it will try to evaluate this condition, A is greater than B. If this becomes true, then it will try to evaluate this, C is greater than D. If this also evaluates to true, then only it will print this. Okay, second thing, if any of this become false, if let's say this guy become false, then it will print this. One thing that you should remember is, if first condition is failed, means if first condition is coming as false, AND operator will never look for second condition. Okay, so just remember, AND will only execute the second or third or fourth condition only when if initial condition are passing, like first condition is passing, right? So you can have multiple conditions here as well, some more condition, A is greater than C, like that. So you can have multiple condition. So again the rule of thumb is, if all the left side is resulted to true, then only next condition will be evaluated. So if A is greater than B is evaluated to true, then only it will try to evaluate C is greater than D or not. If this becomes true, then only it will try to evaluate A is greater than C or not. Because to run this statement, all the evaluations should result into true. If any of this become false, entire condition will become false and it will execute this line. Okay, so let's just try to print with only 2. Run this. So you can see B is greater than A is getting printed. Why is it so? Let's check. Is A greater than B? Is 5 greater than 10? Which is false, right? Due to that, it will never execute this line and it will directly print this. Okay, let's interchange this value. Run it. Now see, is A greater than B? That means is 10 greater than 5? True. So it will try to evaluate this. C is greater than D. 5 is greater than 1, which is true. So entire if condition is true now. So this becomes true. The first condition becomes true. Second conditions become true. True and true will become always true. Due to that, this line got printed. Okay. Now let's come to OR operator. Okay, so what OR operator do is, it will try to evaluate this. Okay, so if left hand side condition evaluates to true, again it will not evaluate this. Okay, so basically to satisfy this if condition, it needs a true value, right? And to satisfy OR condition, what we need is, any of this is true, it will execute this statement. So if it is if it is evaluating to true, then it will simply execute this line. But let's say if this is evaluating to false, so unlike AND operator, it will try to evaluate this. You remember in AND operator, if first statement is evaluated to false, it will not evaluate the second statement. But that is not the case in OR operator. It will try to evaluate this, and if this guy evaluates to true, then also it will evaluate this value. It will execute this statement. That means in OR operator, if any one of the condition is passing, which means if any one of the condition evaluates to true, it will print this statement. Okay, let's run this and it should print that. So you can see here A is greater than B. Okay, so we completed conditional operator. Now let's see ternary operator. What is ternary operator? So let's delete all this. Okay, so for ternary operator, let's have a variable value equals 10. So I want to identify whether this value is odd or even, right? So to do this, let's have a string value odd or even, right? So to assign this, what I'll do is value mod 2, right? So how we identify that this is a even value? If mod 2 becomes 0, that means it's a even, otherwise it's a odd number, right? So same thing I'm trying to do here. If my value this value mod 2 is equals 0, if this is the case, so you have to just give this after question mark, whatever the value or whatever the statement that you want to execute in true case, you have to write that statement. So I'll say even, right? Else I'll say odd. Okay. So the basic rule of thumb for ternary operator is, first you have to give some condition. Okay, let me just put a comment. You have to give a condition. That condition will result in a condition result in true or false. Okay, so this is this condition. So this condition has to return either true or false. Then it will be a question mark statement to execute in true condition. Okay, so if this condition, whatever this condition, if this condition evaluates to true, then it will execute this line. Otherwise, if this condition evaluates to false, it will execute this line. Okay, then next will be colon, otherwise statement to execute in false condition. Copy it, right? So it's as simple as this, right? So odd or even will get the value. Now you can simply print it. So what it will do is, it will take number 10, it will do mod 2 as I told in previous demonstration. Mod is used for to get the remainder. So 10 is completely divisible by 2. So you'll be getting remainder 0. Is 0 equals 0? That is true. So your first statement will get executed. So it will assign even value to this odd or even variable, and we are printing it. So just note this. So you can see even, right? So similarly, if we'll change it to 11, it should print odd, right? You can use the ternary operator to replace a simple if else statement, right? If you are having just a if or else statement, instead of using if else, you can simply use this ternary operator. It is simple to read and it is simple to write as well. So this is the task of ternary operator. Last one is null coalescing operator. Let's see how we can use this null coalescing operator. So let me just have this integer as a nullable. Okay, so currently I am not doing anything. Value is 11, and instead of this, let's remove this. So the way we should use is console dot write line. If this value, so what I am doing is, right, let me just print it, then I'll explain what is happening here. It is printing 11, right? Now let's make it null. Now let's print it. If you'll see, it is printing 5. What does it mean? It means that null coalescing operator, what it is doing is, if this value is not null, then it will return this value itself. But if this value is null, right, so it will not return this value. Instead of that, whatever the value that we have given on the right side, it will return that value. Got the point, right? Earlier value was not null, we have assigned 11, so 11 is not null, due to that it printed 11. But now since we have set it to null, so it checked whether it is a null, which is correct, so due to that reason it is printing 5. So this is null coalescing operator for us. Okay, so this is what I had for today. If you have any doubt, please comment. I'll try to answer all of your questions. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.